Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. Robomare Gaming. Today I bring you Gran Turismo 6. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there have heard of the Gran Turismo series. It was one of those games that kind of revolutionized the whole racing genre. It made it a little bit more realistic. It kind of threw out the whole arcade idea and it got down to the nitty-gritty of the actual car's physics and the way they handled and horsepower and everything about cars. This was basically a race car driver's dream. And also this was kind of one of the last games I think that you could play with a controller versus having one of them souped up seat steering wheel setups that, you know, I just don't have room for. So I haven't really had interest in any of the other latest Gran Turismos coming out. And I believe Gran Turismo 6 is when they brought the NASCARs into it. And I don't know, that's that's not NASCAR racing. This is NASCAR racing.
There you see, Bodine in the 5, he gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
Let's take another look in the dirt at what happened here. Another vantage point. You see the slow car, and Bodine is caught, and down to the inside goes Earnhardt in the number 3. Like a little shortcut there, and he goes out in front. Then Bodine decided he was going to straighten things out. He went back around with that horsepower on the long straightaway. Here they are back at turn 9. This is still on tape a few moments ago. Earnhardt just leans up with a little nudge here. Along they come, side by side. They're headed back, and now once again we're going live because they are back together again, side by side. They actually touched and slammed each other up into turn number 1, but they're doing it all the way around the racetrack. Look at this, all over that racetrack, inside, outside. You're watching it live again.
So anyways, I always liked the idea of this game because I liked the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and that was one of those races that I always watched. I never, understood a lot of what was going on, but I don't know, it was one of those cool races that it was interesting to me. I mean, it had a different style car that was running around on the track. I never understood the categories or anything. There's the, what is it, the F1 Le Mans or A1 or I don't even know. So getting down to the game itself, it pretty much tracks everything, as you can see, the mileage on the car, your favorite car. You can have a gallery of photos, you can have a gallery of saved videos that you like. It has a lot of extra stuff to it that I don't think the previous ones had. Now, and again, the garage was always the highlight. You could have 175 cars and the game would have 1,000 cars in it. 900 of them would be Honda Civic types, but either way, you had all the different variety of cars to choose from, and take your flavor, pick it out. Then you, of course, typical Gran Turismo style, you had to apply for your not really apply, but you had to race to get your driver's license. And then once you got that, you unlock the races as you can go along. And customization is always, you know, in the game. You go customize the wheels, you customize the paint job. Well, I don't think actually you can do paint after you buy the car, but you can customize the wheels, you can customize ground effects, spoiler, all of those types of things. And the other thing is that you can do is you can always kind of you know, change the oil, wash the car, and those were kind of just, hey, this is kind of cool in the previous Gran Turismo, but on this one they actually made it where they kind of helped your car out. They kind of revived it a little bit. So I always made it a habit of you know, changing the oil and actually just rebuilding the whole engine, because you would get so much money, there would be no point in changing the oil, really. Just rebuild the motor and you're good to go. So again, you go to the dealer, there's hundreds and thousands of cars to pick from, so it's pretty much pick your poison. And then once you select on the car, you buy it. Once you buy it, you soup it up. Once you're done souping it up, you go race it. And that's pretty much, you know, the nitty-gritty of it all. Now here, Smokey and the Bandit, man. I thought while I was playing this, what the heck, let's just buy a Firebird Trans Am. Now, when I was younger, of course, I didn't really like that style of car, but now I'm kind of, it's kind of grown accustomed to me. I kind of like the looks of it. I mean, it's definitely got the redneck hillbilly woohoo. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard. Dukes of Hazzard ruined it for me. But yep, you buy the car. Once you're done buying the car, we're gonna take it to the garage. We're gonna get it all souped up, and then we're gonna take it out on the track. And then, of course, you know, like I mentioned before, you have the stock cars located in here. Even though the stock car in Gran Turismo just, I don't understand it. Gran Turismo was always kind of the Gran Turismo. It had the regular Formula cars, the Le Mans of 24 hours, that type of car. Not NASCAR. NASCAR is so sad lately. It just, ugh. Sound effects are nice, and even on the Firebird you can go into the interior view, and they have the interior all set up. I mean, they have most of the actual authentic interiors on these cars. Most of them, I should say. Not all of them. And this car was a biznitch to handle. And it was a fun little car to drive, at least in the game. I don't know if it's like this in real life, but holy cow, is this thing squirrely. So, with that being said, I think is one of the last great Gran Turismo games out there before it became overly complicated with now you have to get the whole driver's seat and the driver's steering wheel, and you gotta spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just on that, just to play the one game. Oh yeah, here's the Corvette. I forgot I put this in. I liked actually racing this car, but this was one of the older replays that I had where I first bought the car and not really sure how to handle it, so I mess up pretty big. It's kind of funny. There's where the back tire hit and spun out. So, that being said, I'll leave you guys with some racing footage of the Dodge Challenger. Thanks guys, have a great one.